And I will say this, and everybody's gonna hate me, but as a woman, just because you go change your parts doesn't make you a woman. You know what? I think you can, like I said in there, you can call yourself what, like you whoever you believe you are, and no one can dictate that for you or take that away from you. You know, I think that if you in your heart feel that that's what you are, then that's what you are, regardless of what anybody says or thinks. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can have a conversation about how you feel about women, you know? And there would be so many things that went into that, you know?
I mean, we're in an era now, Macy, where you can't, most public figures are too terrified to even say what they think a woman is.
I know.
I mean, well, if I asked you what a woman is, what would you say?
I would say a human being with boobs. You have to start there.
Yeah, I mean, the dictionary is quite straightforward. It just says a human adult female, right?
No, a lot of people, see, that's a little getting confusing. The whole he, she, they, that's getting a little
And I'm not
rough.
sure why, really. It's a bit like this whole issue of transgenders in sport. It's like I support all trans rights to fairness and equality.
Me too.
But not where you have people born to obvious physical superior bodies.
Me too.
Transitioning and then thrashing the women at their sport.
I totally agree. And I will say this, and everybody's going to hate me, but as a woman, just because you go change your parts doesn't make you a woman.
Right.
Sorry.
You feel that?
I know that for a fact. Like, if you want me to call you a her, I will, because that's what you want. But that doesn't make you a woman just because I call you a her and just because you got a surgery.
Because people do feel that there's biological sex and then there's gender identity, that you can identify as whatever you like
in terms
of a gender, right?
Yeah,
that's the freedom we live in.
Absolutely.
But actually, you can't change the mechanics of biological sex. They are what they are.
Well, just women go through just a completely unique experience, and surgery or you know, finding yourself doesn't change that. You know, being a little girl is a whole epic book, you know, and you can't have that just because you want to be a woman.
I mean, you know that when people like J.K. Rowling have said this, they get attacked, they get abused.
Yeah.
The cancel culture mob comes from me. She gets called transphobic and so on. You might get the same for saying it.
But it's the truth. And I don't think you should be called transphobic just because you don't agree with, you know, there's a lot of, you know, judgment and throwing, you know, stones at people for just saying what it is. You know what I mean?
2 days later.
You were on the Piers Morgan show, and there was a question about trans women. And this was what you said in part. As a woman, just because you go change your parts doesn't make you a woman. If you want me to call you a her, I will, because that's what you want, but that doesn't make you a woman. Just because I call you a her, just because you've got a surgery, you can call yourself whatever you want. There was a wave of backlash that came as a result. Just tell me where you are right now on that statement.
Well, I never, of course, meant to hurt anybody with what I said. I'm actually a huge. I think it takes a lot of courage to be yourself, to go out in the world and be honest about who you are. And so I think anyone who is in the LGBT community is a hero and sets an example for all of us with that, you know? So I said some things that didn't go over well, but my intention was never to hurt anybody. I feel bad that I did hurt some people. And I think it's you know, just about education. It's about conversation and us getting to a point where we understand each other, and that only happens with, you know, I've learned a lot through this. So I think that was one of the reasons it might have happened. Just it was a huge learning experience for me, and I just have a compassion for you know what, I think you can, like I said in there, you can call yourself what, like you whoever you believe you are. And no one can dictate that for you or take that away from you, you know?
I think life is an education process. The more you sit with people, the more you talk to people, it changes your perspective. So has your perspective changed, do you feel?
I've learned so much, and I think You know, being a woman is a vibe, and it's something I'm very proud of, and it's very precious to me. And I think that if you, in your heart, feel that that's what you are, then that's what you are, regardless of what anybody says or thinks. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, but yeah, I've learned a lot, absolutely, and I'm glad I did, because now I know.
Well, thank you for clearing that up, because I think people got
Yeah.
confused, and people sometimes you realize that through education maybe you feel differently about things.
Try to say transgender's not real. Didn't think the point was a big deal. Then they put a gun to my head. Told me, say dudes are chicks or you're dead. Buy my album.
What is a woman?
You know, being a woman is a vibe.
Who am I?
It's a vibe. I think anyone who is in the LGBT community is a hero.
What is a woman?
Well-
Can you tell me what a woman is?
No, I can't.
Tell me what you mean. What is a woman?
Womanhood is something that, just as Ethan explained, I cannot define because I am not
But
myself.
you used the word, so what did you mean when you said trans women are women if you don't know what it means?
Right? So here's the thing. So I do not define what a woman is because I do not identify as a woman. Womanhood is something that is an umbrella term. It includes people
That describes what?
people who identify as a woman.
Identify as what?
As a woman.
What is that?
Can I provide a definition? No,
Yeah.
I can't.
You can't?
Not in
Okay.
this context.
So you
I'm not a
believe the meaning
biologist.
of- you
I'm not a
believe the meaning
biologist.
of-
I'm
you
not a
believe the meaning
biologist.
of-